I have a calling. Yesterday, I realized I have to do this.
Well, today's the day that you change the world.
ClickFunnels was built to remove the barriers to entrepreneurship so that dreamers could become doers. So that those of us who are crazy enough to believe that we can change the world, we actually can. And as that world changes, so do we. With over $10 billion generated by our users, we are so proud of what we built and we're excited to reintroduce ourselves. Hi, we're ClickFunnels.
And when someone says, what's a funnel?
We say, what isn't? Everything is. It's how you make decisions on a daily basis. You're constantly funneling all of your activities through a journey to achieve the desired result. So in that sense, funnels are actually a mindset that lets you see every tangible opportunity for growth and continuous revenue. A funnel in the digital space is something that grabs your customers' hands and leads them directly to the products that they actually need and want. ClickFunnels is the only platform that empowers you to do this at scale. When you see it, you are going to love it.
Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting started, ClickFunnels is easier to use and more powerful than ever before.
This is going to be a game changer.
My first funnel made what my business would normally do for half a year. I was stunned.
Starting my own business really was a liberating experience.
Absolutely life-changing. It feels like a movement, to be honest.
It's a whole new way to look at funnels.
You don't have to go through it alone.
It's not just the tool.
You got a whole community come with it.
You don't have to worry about the technology. We'll handle that for you. Don't worry about becoming a great marketer. With our education and strategies, you'll unlock that. We've been completely reimagining how we serve you, our users. You'll notice the difference right away in the way the platform looks, how it feels, and how intuitive it is.
I can create from beginning to end my product, the funnel. Now with frameworks, you can copy paste that same framework and offer it to your audience.
The resources you have access to, that's what makes it different.
This is ClickFunnels for the next generation. And we're excited to see how you'll use it to change the world in your own way. We have an incredible lineup of new features to roll out, features that you've asked for.
In corporate America, you're just a number. So to have a development team that literally will sit down with you and have conversations about what can I do to make your life easier is massive.
You don't find that in any other company.
I'm blown away by the loyalty they have to their customer base.
The rebrand of our software isn't just about looks. It's about you, the funnel hackers, so that you can take your marketing to new heights, where software, education, and community can all be found in one place.
It's hitting at the mission of making millions of entrepreneurs.
I just can't imagine a better life. My plans are to go show my son the world.
I love ClickFunnels because it's all my people.
I'm so grateful to be a part of this family.
It's pretty amazing.
I want to invite you to see it for yourself. Explore the new features. Build your first or your next funnel.
And remember, you're only one funnel away.
What? We are live again. Live. How are you?
Danny, I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Doing good. Super excited. We do have a ClickFunnels Connect coming up tomorrow over here in Georgia, so I'm ready for this.
Ooh, I want a replay of that one. I couldn't make it, but I would love to see it.
Hey,
I just got to get out there live. That's what I have to do.
Yeah. And we're going to give a big shout out to McCall Jones as well, who is live today in Utah, I think in a couple of hours' time, with her amazing ClickFunnels Connect. I know there is quite a few people attending that, so wherever you are in the world, let us know in the comments. Big shout out to Jason over on YouTube as well. Good to see you as always. Rob, we've got an action-packed show planned.
We have so much planned. Oh, this is going to be a good one. I mean, I don't know how we're going to top last week, but I think we could do it.
Hey, we certainly can. And this week we've got amazing guest again. And this is somebody that everybody should know. If you don't know, then where have you been for the last 10 years in ClickFunnels world? We talked about this last week, Rob, and we talked about some of the features in ClickFunnels, and there's a few things that are maybe not as well known or not as well used. And we were talking about integrations. Just set the scene a little bit before we bring our guest.
Yeah, I love when I'm talking to people and they're like, man, I really wish ClickFunnels could do this or ClickFunnels could do that. And we're like, you can't. You haven't found it yet. And the person that we're going to bring on has been around ClickFunnels for a long time. He's been supporting the community in so many different ways. And one of the things that he's built his own integrations. He's built his own way to support ClickFunnels, and now we got him inside. We have him. He's on the inside, helping everyone on the outside. So, Danny, you want to do the honors?
Yeah, let's bring him to the screen. Good friend and one of the most kindest, supportive humans you're ever likely to meet. None other than Mr. Jaime Smith. How are you, sir?
Hey, how's everybody doing today? Good to see you.
Doing good. Hey, we're busy, Jamie. Right? It's a busy time at ClickFunnels, and
yes,
appreciate your time as always. We want to talk about integrations, but we know that this might wander into other areas. Just for people who might not know you, just give us the 30 seconds, if we can possibly fit it all into 30 seconds. But 30 seconds history of your good self.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, long time avid ClickFunnels user, came into ClickFunnels as a customer back in 2015. Been active in the community ever since, and also created CF Pro tools to help our ClickFunnels community, help ClickFunnels do even more than what it already does. So we've got that going, and then have worked with Russell and the ClickFunnels team since 2017. Actually, stepped away for a couple of years and have most recently come back as the VP of Product Strategy here at ClickFunnels. So helping kind of shape where we want the platform to go and all the new things that we want it to do. So yeah, super excited to be here.
It is an exciting time. Now, we want to specifically focus on integrations. And I know, Rob, we had this conversation the other day. We have got some questions and some specific things. But, Rob, just back over to you. Clearly, we had this conversation about let's bring in somebody. And we landed on the fact that there's nobody probably better placed than Jamie to come and talk about this. But where do you want to start this, just in terms of integrations? Because I want to have a look at the chat room on the other screen and see if people are actually using any integrations at all in ClickFunnels. I'll go head over there and see what comments we've got. You set the scene and get into this with Jamie a little bit, and let's pull this back together and see if we've got any questions that we can try and answer as we move.
Sure. So when building out ClickFunnels, I guess, when did we start realizing that people might need more than we can support immediately, right? Like, we obviously partnered with a company to bring in all the things that people might be using in their business, but when did we realize that, and when did we start to move towards that goal?
Yeah, actually, it goes way back to ClickFunnels Classic. That was one of the keys for the growth in the ClickFunnels Classic platform, was the ability to integrate with apps that people were already using. Whether it was a payment gateway, whether it was an email autoresponder service, whether it was some sort of a survey service or some other course platform, anything like that. We've always had these direct integrations. When we rolled out the 2.0 ClickFunnels platform, realized that it's really difficult to keep up with the number, especially today, especially in the advent of AI and all these new platforms that are coming out every day. It's really difficult to kind of keep up with the demands of everything we could integrate with. So as you mentioned, we kind of have partnered with with different companies that help us to actually integrate faster and push out all the different things. So I forget what the count is off the top of my head, 50 plus, 80 plus, something like that. Different integrations that you could go to from anything from Active Campaign to Zoom, Stripe, all these different kind of direct integrations that we have available inside of workflows and inside of the app. Zapier is one that we've really partnered with strongly, and it's great. We've got Zap templates inside of the actual ClickFunnels platform now, so you can go in and start directly from within ClickFunnels and say, hey, I kind of want to, when somebody opts in, I want to send them to a Google Sheet. There's, click a button and you've got that started. So yeah, we've got just a ton of different things you can do. And that's the story there.
It's great. And while we're adding these integrations, the ones that make sense to bring into ClickFunnels to help your customers move forward down your pipeline, down your automation, or even just keep them within your domain, your brand, right? Mm-hmm. We're trying to consolidate some of these into ClickFunnels just because some make sense, but mm-hmm. we totally understand that you're used to using some of these external integrations, and as much as we can build internally to help you save some money on some, subscription fees, we get that some people already have their business set up elsewhere. So it's great.
Yeah, and that's really the biggest reason that we have webhooks. In ClickFunnels Classic, we had webhooks, but not nearly the amount of events that we have in 2.0. So when we were building the 2.0 platform, we're definitely looking at like, what are all the different activities that could happen in the life cycle of whether it's a lead or a customer, somebody opts in, somebody buys something, somebody subscribes, somebody gets enrolled to a course, somebody's payment fails. What are all these things? And let's make sure that we send outgoing data that somebody could subscribe to based on that event. So that way you can power, say you've got an oddball third party or even a custom app, something you've built yourself that you just want to have ClickFunnels notify you when something happens and send you the data about what just happened. So we've got a webhook system that handles all of that. And a lot of people will take and send that webhook data directly into their own platform or into something like Zapier, and then say, okay, Zapier, you integrate with 8,000 other platforms, like take the data that ClickFunnels just sent me and then push it into this, one platform that maybe only, 2 people are using, but there's an integration. There's a way to make it happen. So yeah, definitely webhooks are super powerful.
Stop. This is like technical and then simple and then technical and then simple. And we've got people in the chat right now who are like, webhooks, data, like, I don't understand this stuff. And please, like, how do we simplify this? So these integrations, in the simplest terms, it allows ClickFunnels to talk to something else, right? Another software.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stripe, Jamie, is like one of the simplest, probably the most common sense, right? Hey, we need to integrate with Stripe so we can get paid.
Absolutely.
Give us some other very simple examples. And I know you mentioned Zapier, however people say it. It's like, this seems very advanced, and you're known, Jamie, for writing custom code and CFRO and all of this stuff. Is it as scary and as advanced as what people might think? And is this something that people shouldn't be put off by? Should they, like, how would you start with this? How do you start with, like, I need to do this thing? And I know ClickFunnels has got all of this integrations and different things. What's a good starting point that somebody could just go and do something now and get a result? Where would you start if you were just beginning? What would be the entry point for somebody to just try?
Yeah. Honestly, I think one of the best use cases that can be super simple, but it requires an integration, right, is Zoom. I want to jump on a live masterclass and I want to either sell access or give free access to it. Well, I build a funnel that lets somebody opt in to register for that event. And then I need to push them from ClickFunnels, where they opted in, into Zoom, where they're now registered for that event. And then Zoom will send them the link to jump on the call. Super simple use case, and everybody could benefit from doing more of it. And it doesn't have to be scary. It's a simple ClickFunnels automation. Somebody opts in, send them to Zoom. Like, a few button clicks and you're done. And it's a great way to get going.
So if somebody was going to do that, obviously that gives you a lot of advantage, because clearly inside of ClickFunnels, we don't do the conferencing, right? It's either Zoom or Google Meets or something like that. And I would imagine there's people in our chat right now, people watching this, that really want that to happen in the business, but they're potentially put off or scared, or they think it's bigger than it possibly is, right? So where would you do this, Jay? Would you do this in a workflow? What's the actual bit thing that you need to do inside of your ClickFunnels account to make this happen?
Yeah, absolutely. So simple process. Build the funnel, opt-in page, thank you page. That's all it takes. Email address, give me your email address. And then once I submit that form, here's the thank you page. Awesome. You're registered for the event. It's going to happen on this date and time. Check your email for the link from Zoom to jump on the call. And then you attach a workflow, or we call an automation inside of ClickFunnels. You attach it to that opt-in page and just say, hey, when somebody opts in here, so that's what we call the trigger. So what's the trigger to fire off this action? The trigger is somebody opted in this funnel. So they opted in. Great. What do you want to do next? I want to send them to Zoom. So we have, it's a third-party integration is the workflow step. So you say, hey, I want to do a third-party integration, and it'll pop up a big window with like 60 different third-party integrations you could choose from. you click Zoom, and then it'll say, well, what do you want to do with the person? Do you want to put them into a meeting, or do you want to put them into a webinar, depending on how your Zoom is connected? And then you say, oh, yep, I want to add them to this meeting. And that's it. Like, save it, and boom, you're done. And now whenever somebody opts into that funnel step, then they get added into the Zoom meeting, or they get added in the Zoom webinar, whatever. So again, simple funnel, simple automation, few clicks, and you're done.
Jamie, I'm a visual learner. If I share my screen, can you walk me through it?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
All right, let's do it.
So cool.
Okay, so I'm on my workspace. Where do I go to find integrations?
Let's create a funnel. Is the first thing we do. Let's start from there. That's the simplest way. So let's go to funnels. Let's go ahead and create a new funnel. And then let's go ahead and create an actual, let's just do a lead squeeze funnel. That's great.
Perfect.
And let's just pick
does
one
it
of
all
the
for
templates
me.
down
This
below.
is fantastic.
So we'll install your new funnel. Should get you out of the box with a lead page, an opt-in page, and a thank you page.
That was so easy. That was like 3 clicks.
We actually counted the clicks, and we did a video that you probably see soon recently when we was in the office the other week. And you can actually have the entire funnel installed and click like the headline, the image, and all of the things for your opt-in page and your thank you page and your workflow in less than 50 clicks.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep. So now you've got a funnel, squeeze page, thank you page. Again, super simple use case to get started with. I want somebody to opt in. I want to put them into a live call. So now if you click the little lightning bolt on step 1 up there. So if you hover over that, you see the little lightning bolt. That's our automations. So now you can go in and create an automation. And so now if you just click new workflow and give it a name, and we'll just say add to Zoom. And then for the event types, it's going to be opt-in. So it's like what triggers this thing to happen. It's when somebody opts in on this page. Go ahead and click create workflow. And now you've got a workflow with your workflow trigger set up. So now if you, so you can see the trigger is, hey, it's on this particular funnel, on this particular page, and the event type is an opt-in. So we can go ahead and close that out. And then over on the right side, you'll see the plus sign, or if you hover over the little big gray dot in the middle of the screen, you can actually click that there, and that'll allow you to add a step to your workflow. And now if you scroll down a little bit on that list over there, these are like all the different steps you could do within a workflow. The one we want is a third-party integration. So we click third-party integration, and it's going to come up and it's going to give you a list of all the different ways you could integrate. And if you scroll down here, you'll see Zoom. And I'm not sure if you've already connected your Zoom account or not, Rob. But,
I have. Zoom for me is at the top since it's connected.
Oh, there you go. Since it's already connected. Great. So if you click on that, then it'll come in and it'll tell you like, hey, here's some meetings. What do you want to do? I want to, you've got Zoom webinars, Zoom meetings. So you can, you should be able to connect. You should be able to click on one of those integrations. There you go. And so now it's like, hey, here's your meetings. And you basically put in like so you'll grab the first name field. So this is very similar to what you'd see if you have ever used Zapier. It's like, here's the data from ClickFunnels, and here's the connection to the meeting in Zoom. You just walk through, you fill in the details, you click next, and it'll walk through and say, great, you're done. Let's save it out.
So while this is now making the connection, right, between ClickFunnels and Zoom, that is literally an integration. And what was that? 2 minutes?
Yep.
So that list of all of the things, Jamie, you mentioned earlier that we have partnered with Zapier and we partnered with Stripe. Are all of these partnerships or all of these things that we're developing working with different companies? Are there some different size fits all? How does this work in the bigger picture? Is there more things to come? Where are we at with all of this stuff?
There are absolutely more things to come. We're constantly looking and evaluating to see what other features, what other integrations do our users really need, and could they benefit from? So we've got, again, we've got a partnership that helps us generate these new integrations. We also do some where our internal engineering team is actually generating the new integrations as well. Example would be ZenDrop, where we've partnered directly with ZenDrop. And so our two development teams, our two engineering teams work together directly to make that integration as tight and as seamless as possible. Then we have some of these third-party integrations that are powered by another platform that we can use, that we can quickly spin up, that take and so we can see the integrations that maybe already exist that we can power with ClickFunnels data. So it really depends on the situation, and the company itself. We're looking at fingers crossed, we're looking at print on demand integrations and things like that can power some of our e-commerce functionality. So lots of cool things to come.
Yeah, there's lots of comments in the chat right now in Facebook, and lots of people mentioning Zapier.
It's Zapier. Okay, so Danny, we're going to solve this for you. This is directly from the head of Zapier. It's Zapier makes you happier. So there you go. If anybody ever questions, it is Zapier, not Zapier. Zapier.
That's a great segue. I was kind of testing you guys to see if we could draw that out. Talk to me about this though. Why is this in there, and why has this been a partnership rather than just saying, hey, plug in this thing? It's like we've really spent a bunch of time to build this into ClickFunnels, right? Because of, like you mentioned, I think, did you say 8,000 different things that you can use this to talk to?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been partnered with Zapier since ClickFunnels Classic days. They love us, we love them. It really does serve both of our audiences very, very well. They have a lot of their users that need ClickFunnels, and we have a lot of our users that need Zapier. And the connection points there's no reason that somebody couldn't use ClickFunnels and send the data anywhere they want to. Like if somebody's got a tool, there's a pretty good chance that Zapier already has a connection to it. Sorry, my pods just died. Let me see if my audio picks up here. Let's see.
We can still hear you. Yeah, we're good.
Okay, good. Yeah, switched over to my speakers finally. So I've been on meetings literally for the last 5 hours. So my AirPods finally gave up. So Zapier, they're super excited to work with us directly. We're excited to work with them. We recently rolled out the new, what we call the Zap Guesser, which is like the AI powered version of Zapier directly inside of ClickFunnels. So you can go in and say, what do I want to do? Well, when somebody opts into this funnel, I want to send that data to a Google Sheet, and Zapier will generate okay, this is the steps you need to do in order to do that. And you can just save it right there. And if you already have a Zapier account, you just log in. If you don't have one, it'll generate from right there, and you're up and running. So it makes it really, really simple. And the beautiful part is Zapier has great support as well. So if you have problems, if you're seeing errors, whatever else, you can reach out to them. They reach out to us. I'm on calls every month with Zapier directly and talking through how can we make this better? How can we improve the customer experience all the way around? It's really been a really good partnership.
So good. And it's so good to see the comments in the chat. Print on demand, we've been asked about a little bit. Jaime, is that something we have plugged in there amongst our big list of integrations?
It is in the roadmap for sure. It's actually high on my list of gotta habits that are be coming out in this next quarter. So it's definitely one of our big focus moving into this next quarter. We just know that again, we've focused in the past on ZenDrop. We got that one rolled out. It's been super popular. People love it for doing drop shipping and a quick way to find products. Print on demand is that next generation of okay, e-com sellers want to be able to sell t-shirts and hats and mugs and whatever else with their brand on it or custom designs. And so we'll be adding that in as well.
Hey, you heard it here first. Rob, we're always releasing the hidden gems, and I'd love to see Jamie's list of gotta habits.
No, it's a long list. I've seen it.
It's a long list.
But we're getting there. We're checking them off one by one.
Yes.
I mean, you've seen what we've done the past 6 months to a year, and it's incredible where we are now. So we're definitely making our way down that list.
Some might say, Jamie, that ClickFunnels is the best it's ever been. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think, I think anybody that's been around for a long time that can look and say like, okay, the actual funnel building platform itself is better than it's ever been. And all the other features that come along with it is just like the mounds and mounds of gravy on top of what we've always been known for. And it just takes it up to the next level. It's like you come in for funnels, and you get this amazing course platform. You get this amazing sales opportunity platform and CRMs. You get these amazing like supercharged workflows now that we had automations in Classic. This is like a quantum leap in what you can do with automations. And yeah, there's just so many things that you can do so much better now than what we've ever had it. So it's great.
And we're so flexible also. Like we're building things in our platform, but now we have this robust exposed API. And sorry for getting technical, but we have this robust API that people can start building products for, building tools with, and integrate directly into their workspaces. So that's all a part of it. We want to make this as flexible and as usable as possible. And that's what we're doing here. Yeah,
absolutely.
We mentioned AI at the beginning as well. And I know we might be moving slightly away from that integration, but the fact that AI will pretty much help you figure out a lot of things anyway. But we've also got AI inside of various parts of ClickFunnels right now. Have you got more AI stuff on your list of gotta have it's? Is there some little Easter eggs you might be able to drop for the guys in the chat?
I will say definitely keep your eyes open over the next month, 2 months, 3 months. There's so much coming. Like we're doing so much when it comes to that. We actually just had an hour-long call earlier today where we're walking through kind of the future of AI and what we're doing with it. And yeah, definitely lots to come. It is, we just came out of our week-long quarterly planning session in Canton. We were there, Danny was there, and walked through that. And that was one of the primary things we talked about during that time as well, is like just overall focus on AI. And personally, I view AI a little bit differently than a lot. I view it as I don't want to have AI just do the thing for me. I want to have AI be my partner that helps me learn how to do it and actually get it accomplished. And so that's one thing that we'll be shifting more towards, is that education process as you go. So not just funnel building, but actually, why did I do that in the funnel? Why do I need this section on the page? Why do I need social proof? So that you can actually be empowered to go out and build the best, highest converting funnel you possibly can. And AI is going to be there to help you along the way.
So good. So good.
I have to say, I have been testing some of the AI things that we have coming out, and it is mind blowing. It's going to make things so much easier for everybody. I wish we could just give it now, but it's awesome. So just wait for it. It's worth it.
Yeah, it will be worth it. Absolutely.
Time flies when you're building funnels, as we always say. And Rob and I, we always come with a list of 10 over. And we're probably not going to get into all of that. I think some other little bits and pieces, and Jamie, please provide your input on this as well. ClickFunnels Connect, events popping up all around the world right now. What's your take on this? Because this is pretty awesome, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's super cool. It definitely takes me back to the days of just getting started with ClickFunnels, back when the ClickFunnels Facebook group was like 5,000 people. Now it's like, 350,000 people, And so, but it was such a collaborative environment. Definitely the ClickFunnels Connect events are that sort of collaboration. It's just like, hey, let's get together and let's all help each other, get better at this craft of online marketing, building funnels, copywriting, emails and conversion rates and all the stuff. So it's a chance for everybody to get together and geek out and just get together with like-minded people. And yeah, it's super exciting to see that collaboration kind of coming back to life.
Hey, and with that in mind, will we see a Jamie Smith hosted ClickFunnels Connect?
You never know. You never know. It's very possible.
Heard it here first. Rob, where are we at for time?
We're at the 30 mark. Do we have any goodies to to send our viewers off with?
We do have one little goodie that does align with ClickFunnels Connect. We are in Barcelona with Todd, with Andrew, with the Offer Lab team as well. That might be a cool way just to segue out of this. There are rumors, and maybe Jaime can help with this, that some things are happening on the Offer Lab side, and we're doing some stuff in Barcelona. The Offer Lab guys are going to be there as well. What they're doing there, who knows? You'd have to join us at the event. But just 30 seconds on Offer Lab, Jaime. Can we do it? Should we do it? Or are we going to run out of video?
Yeah, I think everybody needs to pay attention. Like this is like a quantum leap in like what's possible in online marketing. If you've not paid attention to Offer Lab yet, definitely pay attention. It's going to be a game changer for a lot of people.
It is indeed. We're right on time. You guys, a pleasure as always. We're going to play out with a little video that we put together last week in the office with Paul Counts, Shreya Banerjee, and none other than a special guest. You'll see on the video. Stick around for 2 more minutes. Jaime, a pleasure as always. Rob, thank you. We're out of here, everybody.
See y'all.
Hey everyone, Paul Counts here. I'm so excited to share this amazing announcement with you, and I'm here alongside
Shreya Banerjee.
And we've got something super awesome. Welcome right here. Here is Todd Dickerson.
What's up,
from
guys?
ClickFunnels.
Hey,
good to see you here.
Awesome.
Yeah, so awesome. So we're going to be hanging out in Barcelona, right?
Yes, I can't wait. Yeah. July 8th.
July 8th.
Couple weeks here.
Just a couple weeks. It's an incredible event. We'll drop the link somewhere. You guys can find it.
Yes.
Todd, you're going to be talking about some awesome new features at ClickFunnels, right?
I am. I'm going to talk about some of my favorite features, some of the stuff you guys may not even know ClickFunnels does, plus probably the biggest thing we've announced in a very long time. There is a game-changing update to Offer Lab that really is going to change the entire affiliate landscape. I gave you guys a sneak peek.
Yes, we saw it, and I'm like blown away. Like my mind's like, I can't stop thinking about it. I'm like so excited I can hardly sleep. So
awesome, man.
It's gonna be good.
I can't wait to hang out with you guys in Barcelona. This is going to be a blast.
Let's go.